Well, just in the last few hours, Minneapolis leaders advanced a measure meant to raise wages for Uber and Lyft drivers. Kaya Edwards is breaking down the proposal and what's next. Kaya?
Julie, ahead of the vote, rideshare drivers rallied at City Hall in support of the policy called Fair Drive, Safe Rides.
The pay for drivers has dropped to less than half of what it was in 2014.
At Minneapolis City Hall, rideshare drivers are sharing grievances over wages.
We have to bring food to the table, and we don't make enough money.
If you pay $50 from downtown Minneapolis to the airport, why am I getting $15? Right? That's unfair.
And these members of the Minnesota Uber and Lyft Drivers Association claim the companies are using AI to their disadvantage.
Deactivation is a big problem. You get deactivated for declining rides that are not profitable, yet they call you an independent contractor.
I was not independent. I was dependent by the Uber decisions.
The group's attorney says state laws like minimum wage and workers' comp don't apply to rideshare drivers. Now Councilmember Robin Wansley is proposing Fair Drive, Safe Rides.
We have the responsibility as your elected leaders to not turn a blind eye to it.
She says the policy would guarantee drivers a minimum wage, provide drivers and riders receipts detailing how much the rider was charged, how much the driver received, and how much went to the company. Establish why and how a company can deactivate a driver. It comes after Governor Walz in May vetoed a bill offering similar protections for drivers, but promised to study further. Lyft sent KARE 11 a statement saying in part, this proposal doubles down on the flawed bill, which would have made rideshare in Minneapolis more expensive than in New York City. Also adding, Lyft is actually part of the state's task force on this very issue and is currently working with drivers and other stakeholders to make recommendations grounded in actual data on how best to support rideshare drivers. We should wait for the task force to complete its work.
Uber also got back to us tonight saying it too is on the governor's task force and that the company wants to work on a compromise that raises rates for drivers without hurting riders. In the meantime, city leaders say there will be a series of informational sessions for community this week through next week, and a public hearing is set for August 8th. Then on August 17th, the full council will make a final decision. Julie?
All right. Thank you, Kaya.